美人だ。それも超ド級のな。
He promotes pedophilia.
Have you not heard about his logical pedophilia?
No.
I remember him saying something like buying a computer is as ethically neutral as the same ethnically as being a pedophile or something.
Yes. Watching child porn is ethically the same as buying a computer.
I think a lot of people on my channel realize this when they go back and look at my old videos and are like, wow, you called it there, or you had a good instinct there, and I get a lot of that on my channel.
And after this live stream, I had, right-wingers flipping out at me, making videos about how, oh, Chris is an SJW because he talked to Vosh, which, by the way, I feel the need to remind you, is exactly what SJWs used to do. Oh, you've talked to a conservative in a respectful manner. I guess you're Ronald Reagan now. Not how it works, I'm sorry to say. Sorry to smash your worldview there.
It seems like a lot of big YouTubers keep talking about my content, like I'm someone who ought to be influential and worth subscribing to, but they don't ever dare say my name. God forbid a small YouTuber rise out of the hellish landscape of YouTube's politics algorithm. But more on this subject in a little bit. I need to talk to Chris first. Hello, Chris Raygun. I see you know about my video. Now that we know each other, I'd like to respond to some of the things that you said. I did not criticize you for having a mere conversation with Vaush. I criticized you because over the nearly 2-hour live stream you did with him, you agreed with almost every single thing Vaush said. When Vaush called people like Sargon and Mr. Medicare Nazis, you agreed with them. The way you acted on that live stream was pathetic. You acted like Vaush was your priest and that it was necessary for you to confess all of your sins and seek forgiveness. That wasn't having a conversation. Stop trying to sweep up what you did. Stop trying to cover up what took place on that stream. Now, you may not accept the label of social justice warrior, but you submitted to be judged by one. You accepted the legitimacy of those judgments. By doing so, you've made your allegiance clear.
I never said I'm sorry. I never once apologized in that entire stream.
But that's not when I saw the words classical and liberal put together, I didn't think, oh yeah, white nationalism.
Were you in any way involved in Gamergate? Did you have like a voice during that time?
Unfortunately, yes, I did. And I wasn't really paying attention to people around me. And I think that's kind of the big thing that I wish I had done a little bit earlier, is just sort of pay attention to
the lunacy of the SJW is uniting the right and the left. And it was Milo Yiannopoulos speaking with Dave Rubin. Right. How do you feel? Have your views on Dave Rubin moved forward since that point?
Oh, first, I can't stand Dave Rubin. He is so slimy. Yeah, I mean, I think art-wise, I really wish I would have been a little bit more tight about like what I portrayed visually, because I think if you're looking at like just the words,
the words on their own are way more defensible than the words paired with the visuals. I will say that.
Yeah, that was if I could go back and maybe
no, I'm not meaning, but back in 2016, if I had the opportunity to talk with you, if my channel could have somehow been large enough back then and we could have talked or something, I probably would have treated you fairly comparably to a lot of the like morons that I argue with on my channel.
Right.
Because
I don't know if that doesn't really like excuse it, I guess, but
yeah, when I said I was going to be talking to you, people in chat linked me videos of yours saying this was the video that sent me down the alt-right pipeline. Right. Steve King's baby premise is dumb, but I do find it odd that multiculturalism is only being championed in white majority nations. Like, everyone's fine with Asia, Africa, India being majority native, but it's this weird problem in America and Europe for some reason. I imagine that's probably something
Yeah, no, it was stupid. That was like really just uninformed about the greater political climate that was happening. Because I really wasn't, even, I think I've said this before, like even back then, I still really didn't see myself as political.
Lauren Southern is, if not a Nazi, about as close as you can get to being a Nazi. Battlefield 5, the one with the woman, is that there's a woman on the cover. I don't like women. I like men. I don't like women. Get the woman on. Like, that'd be great. Let's talk about that. I would love to have that subject. But instead they're like, well, it's not
I don't really
realistic.
have a problem with this.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with women. It's just
I don't
not
have an issue with it
realistic.
personally, but I can't help but notice.
This is everyone who tells me that I call people Nazis without proper justification as I'm pointing to somebody wearing a swastika armband. This is like this is every insufferable person that I've talked to, like neatly packaged up in incredibly well produced music parody video. And I think I want to go through these ideas with you because maybe as like a therapy for me.
Don't report on doodles, you know? Mm-hmm. Like I like there are meetings that happen. Like people have clan meetings.
You remember Andy Ngo?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I remember.
Right, yeah, no, yeah, okay. I know he's still alive, unfortunately. It's their social justice, right? For them, social justice, like women shut up, like whites in the country. Like, right, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
but what they're saying is, I don't like the women and the gays. That's what they're saying. I just wish people would be honest with it, dude.
To be honest, if you're a creator who apologizes for foolishly spending years pumping out videos filled with disingenuous far-right talking points, ultimately serving as a tool for the alt-right pipeline, and you just leave those videos up, I'm just going to assume you don't mean it. I'm all for forgiveness and solidarity, but my limit is probably continuing to profit from propaganda you made on behalf of white supremacists, because some people on Twitter tried to cancel you 5 years ago.
Pathetic. Now that you've joined breadtube, you're suddenly shocked to find that all these left-wingers still hate you. They still think you're nothing but a Nazi. You see, this is the fate that befalls all traitors. Nobody respects a traitor.
This is a basic lesson, dude. This is the boy who cried Nazi is really what it is. Chris is a Nazi. Shoe on Head is a Nazi. And when the real Nazis come, who's gonna fucking believe you?
Like Sargon of Akkad, for example, also referred to himself as a classical liberal up and until like him advocating for like ethno-states, for example, which is like a little strange there, you know?
Yeah, not really. That's not what I signed up for, really.
Is that a lot of the people who were initially involved in Gamergate are now neo-Nazis, like a fair number of them. Like Medicare was like one of the biggest.
You're a hypocrite, Chris. Just another grifter looking to cash in on breadtube. If you think by posting this video you're leaving a line open to coming back to the right at some point in the future, forget about it. The bridge is burned. The right values things like loyalty and honor. Even if you came to me groveling, pathetically, begging, like you did to Vosh, confessing all of your sins, I would not forgive you. You've made clear who your Lord and Master is. Your wagon is hitched. At this point, you have only two options. Go woke or go broke. If breadtube casts you out, as far as I'm concerned, you're on your own. You will not be accepted back. Certainly not by me. I don't think any right-wing person would throw open their arms to some pathetic, groveling traitor. Now addressing the fact that I seem to be the channel that all of these big creators like to watch, but will not mention by name, this needs to end today. It will not be tolerated any longer. The prosecution channel cannot be contained, hidden, or suppressed. No matter how hard you sweep, you will never cover up this mess. Continuing to deny the existence of the prosecution channel at this point would be nothing but a huge mistake. It'll be something you will regret. Now I get asked all the time, wow, this channel is great. Why doesn't it have more subscribers? The reason is the prosecution channel serves no one. It's its own Lord and Master. We are conservatives, yes. Right wing, yes. But we belong to no faction. We are not alt-right. We are not Nick Fuentes, Groypers. We are not neocons. We are not liberalist. Most of all, we are not racist. No channel has posted more thoughtful, constructive videos on the issue of race in America than the prosecution channel. In my videos tackling subjects such as reparations, the 1619 Project, and the solution to America's race problem, I have sought to put out ideas that might help resolve the issue of racial conflict. Yes, these are often conservative ideas, because guess what? I'm a conservative. They are not, however, racist ideas. unless you consider people like Thomas Sowell to be racist. So there is no reason to be afraid of the prosecution channel, to fear it, because its rise is inevitable. It will come, and if your response is to hide in the corner like some sort of coward, then it will smell your fear. So let it be known that I hereby announce that the prosecution channel, led by myself, hereby challenges Vaush to a debate. He cannot demand Styx Hexenhammer debate him and Sargon debate him for the third time while refusing to debate me without being a complete hypocrite. If Styx is a beta male and a coward for refusing to debate, then Vaush is a coward and a beta if he will not debate me. The rise of breadtube shows the need for new YouTube voices to rise on the right. The old guard is just trying to hold on to what they've got, and at this point it's grown pathetic. PPP videos getting flagged down within minutes going live is a perfect example of how much all of these people have become nothing but rent seekers. It used to be the right who stood up against the doxers, the false flaggers, but then YouTube destroyed its own algorithm. All the people who got in before the algorithm was changed to spam nonstop CNN and Fox News videos, all of those people, all they want to do now is collect their rents. Well, guess what, people? YouTube just caught the coronavirus, and the rent strike, it's just arrived.